Day 39, 19th Avenue. 19th Avenue is a really interesting street because growing up in the Outer Mission, Excelsior, I knew 19th Avenue. Well, first off, because of where we lived, which is more suburbia, we drove more so than your average San Franciscan. So ever since I moved back to San Francisco, it's like I'll rent cars here and there, but like I'm on foot on public transit. That's the beauty of living in San Francisco. Anyway, so my memory of 19th Avenue is driving up and down because it is one of the major thoroughfares. But the tiny part that I have memory of was in the sunset. And I remember that we would always take 19th Avenue whenever we had to cross the Golden Gate Bridge because we went to the East Bay a lot, to the Bay Bridge, and that's pure highway. But the best way to get to the Golden Gate Bridge is to go via 19th Avenue. So 19th Avenue technically begins in Lake Merced, Park Merced neighborhood, by San Francisco State. So a part of San Francisco, again, really the edge of the southern strip that I refer to in other videos. But it runs parallel to Junipero Serra, so right there in that Park Merced neighborhood, Lake Merced neighborhood, really, really close to the border with Daly City. And then it goes past Stonestown, which is a huge mall in San Francisco, a very popular mall in San Francisco, which, might I add, is only popular, I would say one of the biggest reasons why it's popular is because people drive there. So just going to throw that out there. Anyway, back to 19th Avenue. So then 19th Avenue goes, again, through the sunset, and it's basically the divider between what's known as the inner sunset, closer to UCSF, closer to downtown, and then what's known as the outer sunset, which is just the grid and the ocean. Ain't no better way to describe it. The really cool thing about 19th Avenue going through that part of the sunset before it reaches Golden Gate Park is that those streets are all alphabetical. So Anza, Balboa, Cabrillo. Jesus, I already forgot D, and I used to go through these streets every single day. Anyway, so the streets are alphabetical. Then 19th Avenue goes through Golden Gate Park, the short way, right? And then from there, it's in the Richmond district. I could be wrong about this, but I also want to say, again, I'm not looking at a map right now, but I also want to say that it's the divider between the inner and outer Richmond. But I could be wrong because I also know that Jordan Park, Presidio is also in that area. And then it goes through whatever neighborhood Lake Street is, Richmond district, but it's like bougie. When people live on Lake Street, they'll typically say Lake Street or even by Lake Street because it's different. Anyway, and then 19th Avenue ends right there, literally up against the Presidio, as like far into residential San Francisco as it gets. Many parts of 19th Avenue are connected with the 101 freeway and the 1 freeway. So that's 19th Avenue for you, one of San Francisco's major thoroughfares.